Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. You can use bolsters to support yourself, pillows, or even cover yourself with a blanket. Once you are comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze and begin focusing on your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Anytime your mind begins to wander, just bring your focus back to your breath. Now, when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt and remain there until I tell you. For Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him." And he rose and took the child and his mother by night and departed to Egypt and remained there until the death of Herod. This was to fulfill what the Lord had spoken by the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." Matthew 2:13-15. Herod's plan seemed foolproof. Kill every boy, and then you are bound to kill Jesus. However, God's plans are never thwarted. Joseph is warned in a dream to go to Egypt, where Jesus escapes the slaughter of the innocents. Jesus' journey to Egypt and subsequent return is another fulfillment of Old Testament prophecy, this time from Hosea 11:1. Herod tried to use brute force to oppose God's plan. God had spoken hundreds of years earlier that this would happen and that Herod would not prevail. No matter what opposition, suffering, and pain we experience, nothing can stop God's plans and purposes. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble, or hardship, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or danger, or sword? As it is written, "For your sake we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered." No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. Romans 8:35-37. This pattern is repeated throughout Jesus' life. He faces many threats and many opposition, but everything seems to work out. Then Jesus is killed. Was God's plan thwarted? No. Jesus only died because it was part of His plan. The cross and the resurrection were the coronation of Jesus as the true eternal King who had conquered Satan, sin, and death. We are now waiting for Christ's second advent, waiting for Jesus to take His rightful place as King. Many people, powers, and forces are working against that, desperate for it not to happen. But God's plan cannot be thwarted, and we will live in eternity with Jesus. Take some time to ponder the following questions. What does it mean to say that God has a plan for your life? How can you remind yourself that God's plans never fail, especially when things seem out of control? When you are ready, bring your awareness back to your space, feeling comforted that God has a plan for you. Open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.